Time to suspend your disbelief once again. Welcome back, everyone. This is your goddess Cerebelli, bringing you once again back into the world of In Other Waters. I hope you all have been taking good care of yourselves and making sure to take a nice chance to rest. Make sure you have a nice cold drink if you like cold drinks or hot drinks. I don't judge. Honestly, now I'm craving hot cocoa. I did that to myself though. You know what? After this recording, I'm getting myself some hot cocoa. It'll be nice and good on my throat. Because we're in for so much reading that I've decided I'm going to just take out my tongue piercing for recording this series. Alright. We've already analyzed all the samples. Time to look at our taxonomy. Feel free to like, by the way, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the series. Or game. And just my conversation, my ranting over it. Alright. Yep. Reef bloats. Observations recorded by Dr. Elvery Voss. Reef bloats are large bloated stalks that can be found on the western borders of the reef. Intimidating in their size and distorted shape, they resemble inflated sporing mushrooms, covered in nodules of rampant fungal growth. Their membrane, which is stretched by the bloating process, is an almost translucent sheen. It is darker than a typical stalk, making the stalks themselves a shade of sickly orange. What role the bloats play in the reef stalk's network is not immediately obvious, but their pulsing, pumping motion suggests that the bloats are either processing or producing the toxic microbes that are contained within their fragile membranes. Without analyzing the microbial colonies themselves, this will be difficult to ascertain. Alright, behavior. Also recorded by Ellery Voss. I don't think we're going to get too many examples that aren't recorded by them. Laboratory analysis of the microbial colonies found within the reef bloats, spark colonies as I've come to call them, show that these microbes are not of a group typically associated with stalk colonies. In fact, spark colonies appear to be made up of highly modified algae with a wide metabolic range, able to consume carbon dioxide, oxygen, metal, and toxic compounds with equal ferocity when supplied with a source of light. When metabolizing these substances, spark colonies produce a regular flow of charged electrons, making them ideal for use within microbial fuel or MFC. Their suitability for use is suspicious. Are they really naturally occurring microbes? And why are they only found within reef bloats? Something isn't right here. Yep. Finding a root sample from a reef bloat has brought with it the confirmation that reef bloats are not manufacturing spark colonies, but instead modifying, metabolizing, and processing them. Analysis of the bloat root system has shown the presence of microbes at several stages of modification, including those that have been entirely detoxified and their rampant metabolism neutered. If all reef bloats are connected via this root system, then they may be a part of a large-scale cleanup operation within the aim of eradicating these aggressive microbes. Reef bloats are not diseased stalks then, but powerful biological engines, which are fueled by their local stalk colonies. The scale of this operation suggests that for the stalks, the spark microbes are a significant threat. Oh, that is very interesting. So there's sort of an immune system for the reef from whatever on Earth the spark colonies are. Well, it's not on Earth, but... Oh, wow. Okay, I have to see this. It seems, man... It's cool, sensory stalks. Microbial release stages. Split stalk. This would be, yeah. This would be so cool to see. Holy hell. I need to collect them all. I have to learn about this beautiful world. Alright, dive map. Sample request, spore catcher, stalk scraper. Alright. So, looks like our mission today is we're probably gonna head towards the stalk scraper. Which means we're probably gonna head this way. I don't know what that dot's for. Is that another way station, maybe? I don't know. Anyhow, let's go to this dive location. Oh, I'm loving this game way too much. Bacal. Exit plan and extraction. Transitioning. Alright. So we're gonna head this way. Alright. Oh, damn. Any good place to get some samples around here? Should probably have, did I drop them all? Oh, no, nope, I did not self-sabotage. Alright. I love seeing this, just the seafloor around me. Alright. Sorry, colonies, but I need to get my way through. Yeah, there we go, more ammo. Shrill sax. I do like that we have an option of it getting through without at least apparently harming them. Is that just another, that's a signal stalk again. Alright. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna swing by it just to have the full inventory. So we don't know what'll happen if we lose if we run out of consumables. Because these things can seal it behind us. And I'd prefer not to get a game over. It's such a peaceful looking game. And I know the comments on this game, we're not the biggest fan of this movement system, but honestly, it's fine. Nice light stock. Wish I had a good map, but I do not have it. At least as far as I can see. Make a proper map, at least not yet. You know what? It's a glittering stock. Right? Oh, it's just more shrill sax. How's my inventory looking? One more. Worst case situation, I just toss them. It's not that big a deal. Was this where I needed to be? Oh, connection available, so I can't actually just warp back if I link. Alright, that's not too bad. Alright, no, I needed to be... was it further south? Or did I need to go down here for the sample? I hope you all are enjoying, by the way. Just taking your time to rest your eyes and just listen to my voice for a little while. You don't have to do anything important. Just rest. Though, resting is very important. Oh, that's just a glittering stock. Here. I'm definitely gonna be a completionist about this game. There's just no reason not to. I do wish I had access to a map, but not yet, apparently. There was this other path I didn't get to go down. Because the brats had me trapped. Sample... Stock bark. Oh, there's still more here. There we go. No, or do I need to go further south, actually? It's really hard to make out where I am. And I can't go through there yet. I don't have a strong enough engine. Or that might be a one-way trip to begin with. It's a stock patch. It says it's got sampling. Might as well sample. Oh, stock spore. It's been a little while since I've seen one of those. It's not like I've been back this way too often. That's another stock patch. Am I going the right way? Or I've lost myself. That was weird. Got stuck there. And this is back to the start of the game. No, this is literally the start of the game. Good, we can actually just fast travel back at any time. Oh, that's handy to know. Oh, and it even tells us how long, where we specifically were from the, Alright, I like having an inventory. Alright. Saw some stock scrappers here. Alright. Yeah, I went too far. New job. Swinging all the way back there. Man, I actually managed to travel quite a bit. Alright. Alright, so I need to head southwest, like... that way. I got nicknamed Fish as a child because of just how much I loved water and swimming, all that sort of stuff. One day I'd really like to go on, like, a submarine. Is there just no way of turning left? I don't think that's going to bring us the right way. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more shrill sacks. Yeah, log in, seal up, and then you can capture. I missed a path. Might help if I actually read the descriptions on these things. Between the rocks and the stalks, a thin, sandy passage leads towards a clearing. Stalk clearing? A small clearing between the avenues of stalks. To the west, their ordered rows dissolve into the chaos of the southern forest. Clouded shell. Fragments of a shell recently shed glint in the sand like shards on cloudy glass. What creatures left these? I think we know exactly. Gonna guess the stalk scrapers. Let's get ourselves a good sample. Animal shell. Animal 10%, shell 0%. Interesting. Anyhow. We've got what we came for, so we can probably just warp back. Oh, not warp. Ask for a drone to pick us the hell up. Alright. 3.6 hours. Either the drones are getting faster, or something else. I don't think we need 10 shrill sacks in there, but... text. Sample analysis. Stalk scraper taxonomy updated. That's like this. Stalk scrapers. On to the theories. Chemical analysis of a stalk scraper shell confirms that not only are they made from stalk membrane materials, their distinctive cloudy coloration comes from the stalks too. Stalk coloration, like most fungal coloration, is reflective of the local water acidity and the medium the fungus grows in. Its variants of amber, orange, yellow, and even green pigments is passed directly from scraper shells when consumed, resulting in beautiful whorls and blobs of color. The scraper shell is a living record of every stalk colony it has fed on, and therefore a marker of territory and social standing. Scraper shells could be used to help study the entire reef and its shifting ecosystem, each one a chemical map of the local history, readable for those who can learn the significance of its forms. Like how you can check the rings of a tree to figure out the weather or climate for the area. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, goodness. It's not Ovonic, but leg points, underside. It's creepy, but I find it just beautiful. It reminds me of a horseshoe crab. Similar kind of shape. Swimming limbs, scraping limbs. Cloudy markings in the shell from its diet. Extension points. Yeah, this just reminds me of like a horseshoe crab. which feel really weird, and I've held a live one before. It was so cool. It was at an actual proper aquarium. I did not just go and nab one. Alright. Sample request spore catcher. And then that'll be it for what we can grab easily until we progress forward. Obstruction means no mention something called the bloom across the rift. But until we have stronger propulsion, we won't be able to cross it, EV. So we gotta figure out some better way of propulsion. Reef stalks, root. Sing-stalk tissue. Alright, so let's head west. I kind of like not having a map, but it can be a bit of a pain, but it means we have to plan our individual excursions a bit more. It's not like there's any real punishment for missing it. Alright. Now let's head very strongly westwards. Bare boulders. The stalks are noticeably absent from the sides of the northern rift. Why do they leave such a clear buffer zone beside it? Possibly the soil getting eroded away, maybe? This would be my guess. Calm waters. The central reef way station lies within a bubble of calm, but just to its north, a massive rift brings strong currents through the reef. Well, if you put a turbine there, that would be probably what's powering that station. At least it would make logistical sense. Empty shelf. Outside of the shimmering perimeter of the western stalk forest, almost nothing lives or grows on this finger of the reef? Rift passage. The passage between these rocks leads out into the hollowing currents of the northern rift. Alright. Let's head this way. Oh, and it just reconnects us back there. So that's all the areas we've been. Yeah, I know. I'm rescanning just in case. I know how the games like this play. Nothing wrong with more shrill sounds. Kind of therapeutic to harvest them. Just a nice simple delight. Up some more. I get the feeling we'll be using a fair few of them. And they replenish quite quickly. Since they're little bubbles of gas that are trapped in a little membrane. I just barely avoided snipping that. Another glittering stalk. I can't wait to learn about all of your biology even more. Ooh, that was careful. Let's Stalk pathway. It seems unlikely that the bloats are simply individually deceased stalks. Their growth patterns suggest a system and a process. Yeah, we already learned that. They definitely intended us to find this a little bit sooner. Bloated stalk. With its chalky covering melted away by the bloat, this rock has a dull metallic sheen. Spectrums of light reflecting across its surface. Stalk pathway. Beyond these stalks, I can see a sheer ridge rising up to the north. I think that's where our sample request is going to be. Northern ridge. The north here is north of here, an angular ridge ascends, cutting the shelf in two. The only way further north is to cross the rift to the north here. Hollow stones. Tucked into the side of this corroded rock, pile of stones with worn holes sit in the sand. Within the hole, something glitters. An animal egg. Striped egg. An egg sample from a spore-lined nest. Now, 2 is not going to be enough to harm the colony. Might as well top off. And then full. Anything else out here? Nope. Time to go back. We gotta retrieve our little submersible. Yeah, that was quite a bit more distance. 5.1 hours. Sample store. Let's analyze those eggs. Spore catcher eggs. Alright. Hell yeah. Oof. It feels weird not having my tongue piercing in. I can feel the little hole through it. Because I've had my tongue piercing for a while now. Yeah. I definitely want it back in after the moment I'm done recording. Analysis of the spore catcher's egg shows a strong correlation between the minerals it contains and the minerals present within the catcher's favored spores. It seems as though the spores seems that through the spores, stalks are able to affect the catcher's egg production, therefore controlling the volumes, traits, and behaviors of the catchers within any area of the reef. In a sense, the stalks have domesticated the catchers, leaving the two intrinsically linked as species. Damn. Bro got domesticated by a fungus. They did, though. But the question of what the catchers provide the stalks remains. Do the catchers serve a specific purpose, consuming unwanted or incorrectly configured spores, for example? Or are they kept for other reasons? Could the catchers be kept by the stalks for their companionship and social use, just as humans keep pets? I'm betting it's going to be kind of like a Dr. Fish situation, where they help with cleaning up junk. So maybe dead spores or something like that. Oh, this reminds me of I can't remember of it, but there's a very similar species that used to roam the earth. I think people believe it was originally just a series of cancer cells which became life, which create this very odd-looking sea creature. Or at least that's what I thought. It might have been just a catchy title, because it just looks like a bundle of cancer. Siphon flaps. Siphon flaps. Upper side, underside. Visual and oral sensorium. Alright. So it's got, oral. I wonder what oral is, arrow? Is that, like, taste? Is that taste? I can't remember. What does arrow mean? I'm gonna look that up. I hope you are enjoying, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be taste. Because I have all the reason in the world to learn some more vocabulary. So let's see what that is. What does aurora mean? Oh, hearing. Okay, so oral is hearing. So it only has sight and hearing. It doesn't have... It doesn't appear to have, other senses. Interesting. I mean, taste is useful in nature, for other things. I guess the spores might be making a specific sound when they're, like, want to be lysed. Like, in nature, that's how the human body prevents cancer. Well, reduces the chance of cancer. The cell detects its own genetic damage and then, therefore, fills itself to the point where the cell dies. Or is it? Well, maybe I had that process slightly wrong. Does it release a trigger which the white blood cells detect? Is that the case? I cannot remember. It's been a few years since I've taken any sort of biology course. Layered outcrop object. The pale strata of this rock tells an ancient story. Might there be a fossil record within such rocks waiting to be discovered? Northern Passage. Were these rifts and canyons really carved by the currents, or are they violent fractures, now smoothed by erosion? Yeah, tectonic plate shifting could definitely create something crazy big like that. Tower and outcrop. Features rises softly. No, this feature rises steeply towards the jagged edge of the reef, splitting the strong currents like the head of an axe. No, I was hoping that would be a sample location. Glittering stalk. Oh, we can always use more of those. Better be safe than sorry when it comes to the samples. I'm sure our biologist is making sure we take only enough that we get the data we need without harming the creatures. Oh, probably should have read what it was. There we go. Split. Oh, let's make our way east. The source of the transponder signal. Yeah, let's do that. I can't answer you, but I don't know what to expect if the responder is mains. Mayonnaise. There's some history between us, but I haven't seen her in years, not since... Is it gonna be a divorce? Look, you don't need to worry about it. Let's just find her. Yes, it was divorce. They were lesbians. I'm sure of it. That's my headcanon. Alright. Oh, I should probably read it. These gullies lead among the tall outcrops at the northern edge, to the currents and open waters beyond. Narrow gully, the walls here have been smoothed into soft ripples, the sign of a strong current descending from the north. Gully opening. Here the gully opens out into one of the rifts, cutting deep in the bedrock of the reef. Yeah, if it's so deep in the bedrock, I'd say it's probably not natural erosion. I think it's... Oh, there, look! A cave entrance cut in the side of the rift. Where? Nope, yep, there. Should allow us to bypass the rift, although I'm not sure where we'll emerge. Yeah. Rift edge. The sheer walls of this rift plunge into the dark waters here, and rapid currents make passing through difficult, if not impossible. Oh. Vector blocked. Yeah. Hidden shelf, protected by sheer sides of the rift. This shelf leads down into a small cavern entrance in the reef wall. Looks like that's the way to go. Oh, we are in the sample location. So that means it's gonna be down here. Still feels so weird not having my tongue piercing in. Still, it was a good idea to not put that in while recording this thing. The mouth of the cave stretches into the rock. Stalks hum quietly in the dark. Alright, so yeah, they're definitely fungal because they don't seem to need light. Some sort of living thing right there. Unnatural cave. There's strange evenness to the walls of this cave, almost as if it was a vast borehole drilled into the reef. Quite possible. And that must be the stalks that are just humming quietly. Reef stalks, fungal creature which communicates through sound and spores in an interlocking ecosystem. Alright, that's just corn. Stalk patches. The stalks even seem to get down here. Perhaps they are less reliant on sunlight than I initially thought. I thought so too. Though some fungus can benefit from sunlight. Some can even just straight up benefit from actual just radiation, like the melanated mushrooms that are found in heavily Chernobyl nowadays, where they even seem to grow faster when they get a lot of radiation. Which is cool. Very cool. Reef stalks, fungal creature. Yeah, just more of that. Don't need to go through that all. No. Crossroads. We're deep in the rock now. What form these hollowed-out caves with their strange, undulating walls? I wonder if some sort of creature, maybe? I wonder if how the stalks survive without sunlight. Yeah, I'm presuming their root system? They might share it. They might be a colonial species which shares nutrients. Maybe they are fed by the forest above? What do you think? Yeah, that's exactly what I think. That would make sense. A network of colonies tunneling through the entire shelf. Yeah, that would be insane, but so cool. Glittering stalk. I definitely don't need more of those. Narrow passage. The cave starts to get tight here, and in the shadows ahead, stalks crowd the tunnel. Alright. Protecting a small underground colony, this tall stalk's signature coating of bubbles glints in the dark. I'm gonna see if there's anything else this way, maybe? Yeah, I don't need a sample. Exposed roots. A cave-in has severed some section of the stalk's root network, stretching down from the forest above. What can they tell us? Now that is a prime example of a sample. And of course there's more. Alright, so we're going to toss you. There we go. Think I checked. Yeah, I don't need any more of you. I don't have any inventory space. Category B biohazard. I just read that there. Sample store. Alright, I wonder if we can upgrade the sample store. Mesh of stalks. The stalks here are thick and intertwined. Underground in the stark light of the headlamps, they resemble brittle, oversized worms. Yep. They certainly act like them, too. Oh, I wonder if they're, like the, they're based off the giant undersea volcanic worms. They actually, even the color, they kind of resemble them. Because I've seen a few pictures of them, and they're, usually white tubes with, well, the orange and reds and yellow worms. At least I think that's what I remember them looking like. I don't know, I love all those deep-sea creatures. Open cavern. Light from the east of this large cavern is broken up by tall pillars, casting stripes of light and dark across the smooth walls. I would have fucking loved to scuba dive this. I'm still enjoying this. I just really want to swim it myself. Broken pillar. These pillars punctuate the cavern. Stalks crowded around their bases. They support the vast weight of the reef above. I have not seen one of you down here yet. That's a new creature. Sporing stalk. These dome stalks are pumping out clouds of these stalks are filling up the water with spores. We should start logging information on them. Yep. They look like oversized mushrooms. I wonder why it won't let me look on that. Probably because they're submerged. A fungal creature which communicates through sound and spores. And interlocking. So, pulsing growth, vector clear sample candidate. I don't know why it's, let's see if this hurts me. Doesn't look like it does. These spores are different. The stalks nearby seem to be stimulated by them. Oh, so it's a chemical trigger to grow. Could these spores be used to make stalks extend? Or bring them out of hiding? Oh, so this is another tool one. We should test this out on the retracted colony. Yes, we should. Thinning stalks. These stalks seem to be shriveled up. Is it because as they are too exposed to the rift's withering currents? Alright. So let's head over to them and see if these do, in fact, work. Whoa. What's that good for? Sporing stalk. Unlike the other stalk spores which survive until they settle, these spores from these stalks dissolve moments after they are released. These sporing stalks seem to require very particular conditions to grow. I've seen so few elsewhere in the reef. Pulsing growth. And these large growths seem to be sustaining this colony with their spores. Perhaps they carry nutrients, even chemical signals. So, fertilizer for separated stalks, maybe? That's just another signal stalk. I don't need you. I need more of you. I'm gonna just throw one of these. Because we have no idea what these will be good for yet. Soothe spore. Tunnel mouth. The far side of this cavern narrows into darkness. I can feel the faint pulse of the distant current ahead. We definitely need more inventory space. Or I need to stop being a hoarder. Smooth passage. The current must have once run down this tunnel, scraping the walls into smooth lines. Now the stalks block the flow. Oh. Stalk blockage. The tunnel ahead is thick with stalks, scraping the ceiling with their surrounding tips. I know exactly what the puzzle's gonna be. Stalk blockage vector clear. So are we going to use the stalks to reduce the current when needed? Bright passage. Light filters in from a large opening, making spores drifting into the water glitter like sparks. Another glittering stalk. Tucked behind this pillar, perhaps the stalk grew here as an early warning for predators coming through the cave mouth. Quite possibly. Look, those stalks at the cave mouth, they are retracted. Yep, they are. Which, perhaps we can make them extend. Perhaps if we make them extend, they would block the current? That's exactly what I was thinking. Strong currents. The cave mouth ahead leaves this passage exposed to the full force of the northern current. Blocking it somehow will help us pass. Alright, so now we've got a bit more complications to our movement system. The block the current. These spores encourage them to extend and fill the tunnel. Yeah, they did. With these sooth spores, we can control the stalks to our advantage. This will be useful. Yes, it will be. Pulsing growth. None of these grow sporting a smaller colony at the cavern's edge. Is there a logic to where these grow? A pattern, perhaps? There's a definite correlation between the struggling stalk colonies and these sporing stalks. Are they helping support these colonies? Oh, so maybe they are independent colonies. It's just if it detects a suffering colony near it, it'll start a sporing stalk, maybe? Two nearby ones? Where they're not connected, but they are supporting each other. It's such a good thing that they were able to support each other. Covered shelf. Tucking into the rift wall, this shelf allows protection from the fast-flowing waters cutting through the rock into the heart of the reef. I should probably hit the soothe spore as well. Oh, look, in the rift. A retracted stalk colony. If we can get them to extend, they'll provide shelter from the current. There, down there. Alright, you know, I'm going to head over to you first. Because I feel like I'm going to need a supply. There we go. Full inventory again. Small colony. A handful of stalks cling to the rift walls here, blown into spiraling shapes by the rushing current. There we go. Vector clear. Goodness, this game could consume a lot of my time. West rift wall. Splattered with spores, the walls here feel the full force of the current. Perhaps it can be slowed. Alright. Yeah. Deep rift. Even this close to the wall, the darkness of the deep rift is intimidating. A huge slit in the face of this world. How deep does it go? Yeah, I know they're new sounds. Rift crossing. If the current can be slowed or navigated, this is the place to do it. Rift narrows and the gap opens up on both sides. That is some seriously rushing current. There we go. Open rift. Current slice down through the rift to the north here. Crossing it is going to be difficult unless it can be slowed out further. East Rift wall. Huge pillars. It's out from the wall here. Its top caked in retracted stalks. A golden garden waiting to be emerged. Yeah, I kind of want to swing this way. Can I go this way first? Yes, I can. Oh, we're back here. I'll pick up one more view. I want over harvest. Oh, we got a first backtrack that we've opened up. Oh goodness. I'm loving the sound of the water just rushing past us. Rift Cave. This small opening in the wall provides a little shelter from the howling rift, allowing some stalks to take up root here. Goodness, this game's... Oh, we are across. Thank you, stalks. Yes, thank you very much. Bare passage. Oh, and thank you, too. Thank you to you, too. Yeah, we'll get through this, that's for sure. Cave mouth. A circle of warm light shows this tunnel opens out into an upper shelf of the East Rift. What lies above? We can go a lot deeper. Stalk canopy. These stalks are twisted together into a huge canopy. These canopies are spectacular. I'll start logging observations. Let's see what we can find out about them. Yes, indeed. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna have to end it there for today, though. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. It's just... this could eat up my time so much, just marveling at the different creatures. I love it all. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you when I see ya. Bye. Take care.